You are listening to the Knightline Sports Network, brought to you by Travis Dever and the Dever team, 386-690-1636.
Welcome to Knightline at Night on WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580. Night Nation's only call-in show goes live now.
All right, hello Night Nation, hello Orlando. This is Andrew Phegley, and this is Knightline at Night. We are live from the Dever Team Studios, brought to you by Chad Barlaw, assisting injured veterans to get the help they deserve. Give Chad a call at 407-599-9036 or visit protectingvets.com. You can also call Travis Dever for all your new Smyrna Beach real estate needs, 386-690-1636. We're taking your calls, though, so you can call us as well, 844-580-WDBO, 844-580-9326, or you can use the open mic feature in the WDBO app. Once again, I am Andrew Phegley, and my Twitter handle is AP_Knightline. I got Big Ben Stout here with me as well, at Big Social 32, and got Roger Phipps at Night Bengal. From the Santa Rosa Beach studios. Knightline Sports is where you can find all the rest of our content. And Chase Bunker is in the studio tonight, man in the desk, and glad to have him back. So he can provide us with some entertainment as well.
That's the first time I think you've ever introduced me like at the right time. Normally it's like the fourth segment.
Yeah,
like as we're wrapping up, like, oh yeah, Chase is here.
Oh yeah, Chase is here.
Okay. Well, I was just so excited. I'm normally so excited, that you're even there. So,
well, I appreciate
all right.
it.
Anyway, we're talking UCF sports. Obviously, Knightline at Night kind of says it in the title.
That's
there.
Right.
So there's not a lot, but I will say I wanted to start the show with this, and I completely forgot. 95 days from today until September 4th. Which is the home opener. We know now, actually.
September 2nd now.
Oh, it's 2nd. I'm sorry. Oh, well.
That moved up to that Thursday night.
I messed up.
Last week's show. Last week's show, you and I were hoping that
93 days till UCF football.
Days. Even better news.
I totally, okay. I got my dates messed up. Yes. So, yeah. It's Thursday night, 7 p.m. Under the sky,
bright
in the
lights,
bounce house,
lights, ESPN.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, looking forward to that. Boise State. I think is the place going to be packed on a Thursday night? We've kind of talked about this a couple times.
I mean, we there are a couple things announced since we spoke last week. So first off, you and I were hoping, and I think a lot of us were hoping that we would move that game up to either the Thursday or Friday night. That ESPN spotlight game. And I think that ESPN really wanted Boise State and UCF to be, kind of that showcase game on that early part of that weekend. So I'm glad that they did move it up on Thursday night. And the other things that were announced is tailgating back officially and 100% capacity at the Bouse House officially announced this past week. And so those two factors right there, I think absolutely that place is going to be jumping on that Thursday night, that opening night of the college football season at full capacity.
I can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. 93 days.
I also got my airline ticket to go to Louisville, so I'm going to Louisville. Excited for that game.
That's fantastic.
So that will be a blast. A couple things that happened as well, sports at UCF this weekend, I guess it was, last weekend. Mm-hmm. The baseball team did very well, surprisingly well, actually, in the American tournament.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they lost in the championship game to that dirty team from out west.
That's right. They unfortunately did. Both teams made a magical run in the conference tournament. Unfortunately, we came up short to our rivals. That is never fun.
It's not. So, yeah.
Heck of a run, though, guys.
So the points for the war on I-4 thing were settled already. Does that count for next year or something? Maybe I don't know.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe the postseason matchups count in general. Okay. But
still,
it was already decided. And we've won that all sports. But would have loved to cap off that. And they made a great run too. They started out that game on it was Sunday. They started out that game down 7-1 by the middle of the third inning, and they came all the way back, made it 8-7. Wound up unfortunately not being able to get over that hump, but they really made a big comeback in that game, and really their bats got hot at the right time. It was a great run in the tournament. Unfortunately, they just came up short.
Yeah, well, a couple other UCF athletes going to the national track meet, national championship in Eugene, Oregon. Azria Collins and Renaya Jones qualified for the 2021 NCAA championships, respectively, in their own events. I think hurdles, triple jump, possibly.
Yeah, hurdles for 100-meter hurdles for Renaya Jones and Azria Collins was a triple jump that she was able to make the national tournament. So. We'll see what happens in Eugene. That's awesome that we got two Knights represented. And they're both young as well. I think they're both freshmen. So
100-meter hurdles, and the triple jump. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's good. And we were talking before, at least one of them probably, maybe even both of them, probably setting themselves up for maybe running the Olympics at some point.
Yeah,
so,
Renaya Jones seems to be, I'm not a track guru by any means, but she certainly seems to be putting up pretty impressive nationally respected times in the 100-meter hurdles. So who knows? That'd be awesome to have an Olympian. Another Olympian as a UCF representative.
All right, Roger, what do you got? Anything from your side?
News and noteworthy. I mean, one big piece of news that came last Thursday is Johnny Dawkins did confirm that Michigan and Oklahoma will play us at home this upcoming season. So that's confirmed. Along with that, we'll also be playing at Miami, at Auburn, and in the Orange Bowl Classic against FSU. So that's from a basketball scheduling perspective, that's huge, and something to look forward to for basketball fans. Athlon Sports also came out with their rankings for the year and their preview for the upcoming season. UCF, according to them, coming in at number 23, and the Broncos coming in, the Boise State Broncos coming in at number 24. So super interesting stuff there, but I'm really excited about that basketball schedule.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Michigan coming here a Final Four team. I mean, that's a big deal.
That's a really big deal. Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be awesome to see them come in here, and we played at their place third game of the season last year. It did not go very well for us, but certainly having them come to our place, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a big deal. I'm assuming that he confirmed that on the Charge On tour or something, or
he did.
Okay, right on. Well, those are over now, I guess. That was the last one in Oviedo, I think, that they did the other night, which I saw a little bit of footage from the press conferences before or after, and it looked cool. I'm sure a lot of people went. I did not have the opportunity to go due to, whatever. All kinds of things, but
yeah, they were highly anticipated, highly attended this year. They were, people are really excited about the Gus Bus, that's for sure, and it was great to see all the coaches out there as well. It's people are excited about this upcoming season. We just got to get through this off season, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we played Michigan last year in basketball, I believe.
We did, yeah. It was the third game of the season, and maybe second, but. It did not go well. We hung with them in the first half. We were up by 10, if I remember. And then they just destroyed us in the second half with Hunter Dickinson, if I can remember his name.
Well, maybe this will be, the way to avenge that. Maybe having them at home, maybe a little bit better of a team this year. We'll see. I mean, it's a long ways away till basketball.
For sure. And they'll have one of the top, if not the top, recruiting class in the country coming in. They'll have a few players leave, so they'll be a powerhouse coming in here. That's for sure.
Speaking of recruiting, Roger, what's on the new recruiting deal? I know that recruiting kind of opened up for official visits.
Yeah, so we're going to be starting for the first time in 15 months. We're going to be having kids on campus, and that starts on June 1st. That window opened today and goes through the 26th. So a lot of these big name kids that we've been talking about are going to be on campus. They're going to be able to tour the facilities. And really, if you think about it, 15 months in a recruiting cycle is really impacting two different classes. So getting those guys on is going to be great. Kids like Cam Moore are already on campus and taking pictures and all that fun stuff. So, watching these kids come in and get resold, number one, but also having the ability to compete with others, because it's going to be such a tight window and everybody's going to try to get kids on campus. It's a good opportunity for us to make waves and continue that momentum for all those kids whose radar we're on. There's a lot of top 10s with UCF on it right now.
Yeah, there seems to be starting out this open period of recruiting with a lot of local talent brought in the first couple of days of this open period. You mentioned Cam Moore. We've got a number of other local recruits coming in today and tomorrow and throughout the week. The weekend to really look out for is the one that they've been talking about for a while now. I believe they're calling it the Bounce House Weekend. That's June 12th and 13th. That's next weekend. Is really going to be the one where the big recruits are coming in from all over the country, all over the state, et cetera.
And then with recruiting open as well, once the season starts, prospective, kids can come and watch games, which is a big deal, and experience the Bounce House full and sold out, and see what it's really like, because I think that's a huge deal. That has to be a big selling point, because, kids talk about it. The guys that are coming in as transfers are already starting to talk about it and show videos and stuff of, the doors moving and all that stuff. They're just getting hyped for it and ready to go coming up, for the season. So it's good to see, just to experience that environment again. I cannot wait, and everything's going to be open just like normal. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and I'm ready to go. I cannot wait to get back to tailgating.
Oh my goodness, me neither.
It's such a good time. As you know, we have quite a good tailgate out there with Travis Dever in the softball lot. So I'm inviting everybody that wants to come by and find us. Keep your eyes peeled on my Twitter, and I will give more information as we go. But you're more than welcome to come by and see us, and we'll talk about all that stuff as we go. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we're going to be back on Knightline at Night in a few minutes here to talk about. I don't know what we're going to talk about. How about you guys call and let us know what you want us to talk about?
An auto accident can change your life forever. At Chad Barr Law, we are raising the bar on what to expect from your personal injury attorney. Hi, I'm Chad Barr, and I want you to know that our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the representation you deserve in your greatest time of need. If you or a loved one have been injured in an auto accident, call 407-599-9036 for a free consultation or visit chadbarlaw.com. At Chad Barr Law, our clients come to us in need and leave as family. Offices, Altamont Springs.
Hey, this is Travis Dever, Kai's Real Estate, the Dever team, New Smyrna Beach. Your source for real estate and everything else, New Smyrna Beach. Proud sponsor of Knightline. Call me anytime at 386-690-1636. That's 386-690-1636. Let me show you my hometown, New Smyrna Beach, UCF's favorite beach. Go Knights and charge on.
Looking for more out of your Porsche? Look no further than Flat6Motorsports.com. They have the widest selection of aftermarket Porsche parts anywhere in the world. With over 85 product lines and in-depth expertise, Flat6Motorsports.com is your one-stop shop for any Porsche performance needs. Whether you're shopping for intakes, exhausts, suspension, or tuning, they have you covered. Flat6Motorsports.com is the premier Porsche aftermarket specialist. Check them out at Flat6Motorsports.com.
And now, back to Knightline at Night on WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580. Call now at 844-580-9326.
All right, back on Knightline at Night with you. I'm Andrew Phegley, live from the Dever Team Studios, brought to you by Chad Barlaw. Got Big Ben Stout here with me at Big Social 32, Roger Phipps at Night Bengal, and Chase Bunker in the studio there running the controls. Chase, you brought up something in the break there that we might want to talk about.
Yeah, I was just wondering, other than Dylan Gabriel, who is a UCF player that you're excited to see this season?
All right, Ben, do you want to go first? Have you got anybody?
I've got a few rolling around the old noggin there. I'm
Sorry,
gonna try to go.
That's
all right. It's all good.
You didn't expect me to point at you.
I'm gonna go a little bit off board here and try to go some player that I think is maybe poised to break out, and I'm gonna go with that linebacker group, and I'm gonna pull out Tatum Bethune. I think he's gonna be a guy. He made a big step in his sophomore year last year, and I think that under Coach Travis Williams, the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach, I think he's going to take a big step forward. So I'm going a little unsung hero there, just trying to figure out a breakout player, and I'm going to go with Tatum Bethune in the linebacker group.
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him as well. How about you, Roger?
Well, three people came to mind for me, but for three different reasons. So Devad Wilson is my number one, and here's why. I think, last year he was learning to come into our system, and he made some mental mistakes. And from what I've heard over the summer, he's become a vocal leader in the defense. And so his hard-hitting ability and talent that he has, if he truly has stepped up and kind of controlled what he's doing. He's got another year in the system. He's going to be back there in that safety position. That's always exciting. So I'm excited to watch him. A freshman, Anthony Hundley, defensive lineman, highly rated guy. Can't wait to see him. And then I'll leave the other one for you because I think I know who you're going to say.
Okay. Chase, what about you?
I was going to say, the thing is, he might not even start, but I just think he's been embracing the culture a lot, is Big Cat Bryant. It seemed like whenever he entered the portal,
that was my number three.
When he entered the portal, everyone was like, "Could we actually get this guy?" Everybody for some reason, all of UCF knew about this guy ahead of time. It's like, I've never heard of this guy. Who is this? And all of a sudden, he just comes to Orlando, and all of a sudden, he's just embracing the culture. It's like, okay, you know what? I can get behind this guy. I like it. Also, his nickname is Big Cat. You can't hate a man like that.
All right, well, that's who I was going to pick, and I think Roger knew that.
Great minds.
That's fine.
Well, I know who you're really excited about. I know who you're really
Bowser
excited.
as well.
I was about to say Bowser. Yeah,
Big Cat Brian, I think more than anything, just because this guy is special.
Yeah,
this guy is going to do stuff on the field for the Knights that I don't think we've seen in a while. I think this guy, at the end of the season, he's the one that I have predicted, and I think will be the defensive player of the year for our conference. I just think that he's going to tear it up in the American. I think that he kind of tore it up where he was.
Second team all SEC.
Yeah. And that's a big deal to be even second team all SEC. This guy was coming out of high school, and yes, he's a little older now, but was a top 10 defensive end nationally. And he's had his time, but he's 6'5", 250 pounds, and he's fast. And I just think he's going to make a huge impact, as well as Bowser, the running back that I believe will use it as a fullback, coming from Northwestern. I'm just excited to see a big Big Ten running back on our team. I mean, he looks like a bowling ball. He is extremely stout. So I can't wait to see somebody like that. We've been needing a running back like that for a while. There's other running backs that we've gotten as well, but I think this guy's gonna be special as well in whatever capacity they use him. I'm not sure.
You got to think that short yardage, like that goal line situation. I mean, he's just a big bruising guy. Like he could just tear through that line. And
yeah, I mean, probably one of the bigger running backs in the American.
Yeah,
I think he probably will be. And we saw that guy a couple of years ago from Cincinnati that was big and would just run through everybody, just run everybody over. And I think that that's what this guy is going to be able to do. So excited about him as well. There's others that we could mention as well, but I think that that's good. Roger did two, I'll do two. So good question there, Chase. I appreciate that one.
Thank you. I try to be remotely competent when it comes to asking questions.
Well,
It's the least that it's the least
Just
that I can
remotely
do.
confident.
Just
Remote,
remotely, not decently competent, but remotely.
all right. Well, we would love to hear from you guys. 844-580-9326, 844-580-9326. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back, and we'll talk more. If you haven't figured it out yet, I love Tijuana Flats. I would love them even if they weren't a partner with us on the Knightline Sports Network. They have all kinds of great Tex-Mex food, and it's fresh, by the way. Made to order burritos, tacos, enchiladas, chimichangas, quesadillas, bowls, nachos, and taco salads. And if you haven't tried the queso, you are completely missing out. It is the best queso that I've ever had in my life. Absolutely hands down. And the sauce bar that they have, everything from wild to mild in there. Absolutely awesome, awesome stuff. Not only do I love the food at Tijuana Flats, but I love the company, a UCF-born company. And they give back to the community with the Justin Queso Foundation. So head to your local Tijuana Flats. Tex-Mex for everyone. Hey Jeep Wrangler owners, have you ever sat in your office at work and watched the rain just pour into your Jeep because the weatherman said that there was a 0 chance of rain? Or you put your doors back on because there was a 100% chance and then not a drop of rain fell? Well, there's a company out there that can help take the worry away and give you the peace of mind to be without your doors. The company's called Life Without Doors. They make waterproof rain curtains and dash covers for Wranglers. Life Without Doors is there to help make the decision to leave the doors at home an easy one. Find out more at lifewithoutdoors.com.
Spice up your company with homemade marketing services from Tasty Gravy Creative. Tasty Gravy serves up a menu of budget-friendly marketing, graphic design, and public relations services customized to your specific goals. Co-owned by a UCF graduate, Tasty Gravy can help refresh your brand, strengthen your online presence, or reinforce your company's message. Contact Tasty Gravy for help with your website, social media, marketing, advertising materials, and more. Visit tastygravy.com.
And now, back to Nightline at Night on WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580. Call now at 844-580-9326.
All right, back for the second half of the show on Nightline at Night. I'm Andrew Phegley, live from the Dever Team Studios, brought to you by Chad Barlaw, assisting injured veterans get the help they deserve. Give Chad a call, 407-599-9036, or visit protectingvets.com. You can also call Travis Dever for all your new Smyrna Beach real estate needs, 386-690-1636. We're taking your calls, 844-580-9326, 844-580-9326. Call us and give us your take. Or you can use the open mic feature in the WDBO app. Once again, I'm Andrew Phegley, AP_Knightline on Twitter. Got Big Ben Stout here with me at BigSocial32 on Twitter. Roger Phipps at Night Bengal on Twitter from the Santa Rosa Beach Studios. Chase Bunker at the controls tonight. And I don't know your Twitter handle, so
At
I'll
Chase
let
Bunker.
At Chase Bunker. There
Yes,
you go.
I'm not
It's really
original.
complicated.
And you can
I'm not
find-
creative.
You can you can find all the rest of our content on nightlinesports.com. All right, so I want to talk. I totally forgot about this. Our boy Chase Bunker is in the studio tonight. So our first game is against Boise State on Thursday, September 2nd at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Chase went to UCF, but
Yes.
is also a Boise State football fan, and I totally forgot about this. We could have started the show with this. We could have gone on this the entire show.
Yeah.
Chase,
Yeah. We could have. And I kept trying to hide this for just a little bit. And I was like, oh, man, am I going to really have to do this?
Now, Chase, he remembered your name at the beginning of the show.
Which
he
is
couldn't
rare.
remember everything.
No, he couldn't remember everything. Yeah.
So Chase, how is this going to go down on Thursday, September 2nd? Like, are you going to go to the game? What are you going to be wearing?
I'm going to try to go to the game. I don't know
I
what I'm
got
going
you
to
a
be wearing.
ticket.
Like
if you don't have a ticket, I go.
Okay, I appreciate it. So like this is what happened. So I find out the news that Boise State is playing UCF. I'm like, oh cool. Boise State's coming to Orlando to play UCF. Oh crap, Boise State's coming to Orlando to play UCF. And that was like a year ago, or like a year and a half ago. And I have not decided who I want to root for. Like, I feel like the Harbaughs, like the parents of the Harbaughs during that one Super Bowl between Baltimore and San Francisco, where like Jim Harbaugh's on one sideline, John Harbaugh's the other side. And I feel like the parents are like, I just want them to have fun and be safe. Like, that's where I'm just kind of at right now. In terms of what I'm going to be wearing, I have flirted with the idea of wearing the old Mr. Unite jersey that UCF gave me and the Kellen Moore Boise State jersey. So whoever scores, I'll just put that on and celebrate. So UCF scores, I'm going to have that on. Then underneath it, when Boise State scores, oh, hey, I'm going to have this already. So I'm slightly prepared, but I'm also not prepared.
I got to revise what I said just a little bit. If you wear UCF stuff, I've got a ticket for you.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
ooh.
So
he can be bought, folks.
If you wear UCF stuff, and you know what I think that we should do, I'm sure you have a ratty old Boise State shirt and probably a nice, UCF shirt. I say we cut those in half and maybe, just find somebody that does a good sewing job and just sew those babies right together. You can wear both.
A hideous amalgamation of T-shirts that
Chase divided.
Like the thing is, like, there's probably like at least a good 5 people in the state of Florida that root for Boise State, and it's me, and it was a family of 4 that I saw at a Panda Express 2 years ago. And so I was like, hey, Boise State. And of course, like, I didn't have anything, and so I'm like, I have this keychain. Like, the one time I'm not wearing Boise State gear. But I'm not hoping that Boise State's going to travel, and I think if I do, like, wear Boise,
go ponies.
Oh yeah, please, like, I don't know, like, if they want to make that
it's
trip.
Broncos, I think. Right?
Yes, it's Broncos, but like, if he's going to go like ponies, like how we go cows with the bulls, then I guess sure, whatever. That was what was
so would it be mares? It would be mares. Instead of Broncos, it would be mares.
All right.
So,
welcome to Knightline, where you learn all about horses and horse anatomy.
Horse pronouns.
Well, I was going to say something else, but I would get beeped for it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for making my job slightly easier.
So tell us about Boise State. Tell us about last year in Boise State's team. Tell us what you're expecting for this year and enlighten us.
Okay, so we're going to be getting another year of Hank Bachmeier. Hank Bachmeier was the freshman quarterback last year. He was fairly well, but then he got hurt, and we went through so many injuries. Like, you know how the Orlando Magic had a whole bunch of injuries? Like, this is what this team eventually became. They were just like this shell of themselves. Like, we had a great game, that was 2 years ago. I was about to say the UCF game, but not the UCF, the FSU game. Man, I'm tired. And so, like, we had a relatively decent year. We only played against, the Mountain West, and, it's the Mountain West, so I don't expect much. We got obliterated by BYU. We lost against San Jose State, who were ranked, and they weren't exactly the greatest. We lost a bunch of key players. I don't know how this season is going to be, because like UCF, we also lost our coach to the SEC. We lost Brian Harsin, who eventually went to who cares? And Auburn. Yeah, who cares about that school? And so now, like UCF, they lost, Heupel for Tennessee, because for some reason he thought, oh, hey, that's a great choice. Who wants to go to a whole state filled with mediocrity? So we got a new coach, we got a whole new system, and it's going to be interesting because I don't know how we're going to be, because a lot of things have changed. Like, our defense was meh. Like, I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game. Like, if UCF's defense turns out, this could just be a complete one-sided match.
Okay.
Which would be my prediction for the game.
Yeah, my prediction as well.
Yeah, I think.
Right, tell me about this guy, Kahil Shakir.
Oh my gosh. Shakir. Oh man. He's a great wide receiver. Like, let's just say this. Like, you think you got him, but you don't. The man's shifty. He's got some great speed. I've seen him break tackles like crazy. I've seen him streak down the field. And Khalil is just a great all-around wide receiver. And I think this year you could probably see him make the turn. Like, he's going to be the number one, hands down. But can he be stopped?
So,
he's the guy you're gonna have to focus on. If I'm UCF, I'm focusing, maybe doubling up on this guy to help halt that offense.
Yeah, so ESPN did a thing where they had the best deep ball catchers, and he was ranked number 1 on their list.
Absolutely.
And our guy, Jalen Robinson, was ranked number 4.
I was just about to ask where he was ranked.
They're both obviously fast guys and, can do some stuff. So that's good.
Yeah.
That should be fun. I think our defense is going to be much improved.
Yes.
From what it was the last couple of years. So hopefully, we can have a really good game. We both got torched by BYU last year. That's the one thing that we have in common.
And
and
losing
one
coaches
common
to
opponent.
the SEC.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't bother me, losing our coach to the SEC. In fact, I think that we got way, we got a coach from the SEC.
Well, I just remember we had this discussion on a previous show about, okay, I think it might be time for us to reevaluate Josh Heupel. I remember Ben was saying, well, who are we going to get? And we did, all the chips just seemed to fall in our direction to get Malzahn. And it's like, okay, we really can't fire him. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, you're going to go to Tennessee? Oh no, don't go.
Too bad.
Man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and then
it was a gift that Danny White gave us.
It was an absolute gift.
I mean, it was the greatest parting gift he could have given us.
That could be one of the most lasting moves, big moves that last for a long time. The effects from that, it could last for years, decades.
Yeah.
Remember when we wanted Jeff Letty?
Well, yeah. I mean, I love Jeff Lebby. He's a great dude. It would have been nice to have one of my friends as the head coach. That would have been awesome, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I would take Gus Malzahn. If it couldn't be a guy that I know and that I could hang out with and play golf with, it's Gus Malzahn. You know, and who knows about that? We'll see. I mean, that's in the works as well. But got to see. I know he loves to play golf, so. I mean, what's it going to take for UCF to beat Boise State?
Pretty much you're just going to have to just beat them with the defense. I have a feeling offense is not going to be a problem for us. Our offense against Boise State's, or let me rephrase that because I keep saying our by referring to both people, confusing the heck out of everybody. UCF's offense, I think, will have no problem against Boise State's defense. I'm just curious about how this new offense for Boise State is going to look because literally they lost everybody. And so Hank Bachmeier, who was good in 2019, a little bit iffy in 2020, but again, that's COVID weird season. I don't know how we want to necessarily judge that. The passing's there, but will our weapons be there? Also, Boise State lost some key people on defense, like Avery Williams. Avery Williams, not only on defense is good, but in the special teams is where he thrives. The man, I think at one point led the NCAA in returns for touchdowns. So the key thing is
Chase,
UCF has to get to Hank Bachmeier and make him feel uncomfortable. Yes.
That's exactly where I was going with that because the one weak spot last year for Boise State was offensive line. And we've completely boned up across the defensive line. You get Kalia Davis back. You got Cam Good. You've got the ends. You got Big Cat. Tremont Morris Brash. All of these guys that are coming back, and we've got depth. So I think the key to the game is going to be that offensive line and how well it acquits itself against our revamped, recharged defensive line because you can't get the ball to your receiver, Khalil, if you're running for your life. And and Bachmeier did a lot of that last year. I think he's going to do it again in this game.
Do you want my prediction right now, or do you want me to wait until the final
segment? Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Right now, the way things are looking, I don't know if this is just Malzahn who's just been getting me hyped for this season. I don't know why. Malzahn's getting me so hyped. It's something that Frost never did. It's something that Heupel never did. But for some reason, it's something about Malzahn is getting me hyped, and I don't know if this is affecting my decision. But looking at Boise Boise State's losses, looking at Boise State's everything that's happened around them, their faults over at the O-line, I'm thinking, and this isn't me placating to a UCF crowd, this is me wholeheartedly believing this for now. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, but I think it's going to be like UCF 45, Boise State 28. Oh, yeah, I feel dirty.
Okay.
I chose against one of my teams. Oh gosh, I feel dirty.
But you also chose for one of your teams too because you're a UCF fan, so you win-win.
Glass half full there.
Did I? 'Cause I feel like I also lost.
So
there's no satisfying right now.
Trying to see if there's odds yet. I don't see. I thought that there was some out there at one point, and I thought that we had like nine points or something like that already.
Let me look it up. I haven't seen anything new as of yet. As I look onto the ESPN page right now, they don't have anything. They just show their last 5 teams that they've played. And that's about it. And ticket prices. Other than that, there hasn't been odds as of yet.
Yeah, I saw something way early about it, so I wasn't sure if there was anything. I'm looking as well as we speak for that. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think it's just with the momentum of everything that's gone on in the off season. I just think it's going to be UCF's night. I think this is when we unleash this defense that we think that we have.
Yeah.
And I just think that we're gonna whoop them. I mean, just whoop them.
And I just have this feeling. I mean, the new offense and everything. I mean, I just think Dylan Gabriel is just going to come out slinging this year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his year. He kind of knows going into it. His mentor is gone. He's ready to go and really show the nation what we have all about. Yep,
like it's never been.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll be right back on Knightline at night, and we'll come back with the Tijuana Flats hot take of the night.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each and every week on the Knightline Sports Network for the AAC Report. We bring you in-depth coverage of each school in football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, golf, tennis, and more, as well as bring you insider interviews and focus in on the biggest games and news of the week. That's all right here each week on the AAC Report, only on the Knightline Sports Network.
Welcome. This is a promo for the Take a Left at Albuquerque podcast, new to the Knightline Sports Network. You should listen to it. I say things like this. We need to stop blaming Jerry because we would do the exact same thing if we owned the Dallas freaking Cowboys. Do you know how much fun it is to own the Dallas Cowboys? My guests will say things sometimes like this.
It's the Lord of the Flies thing that happens when they don't understand that things are wrong, spoiler alert, until Piggy dies.
Lord of the Flies has been out for like 100 years. I don't even know.
Sorry to everyone at home who I spoiled the book for. A book's been out for like 90 years or something.
And sometimes, rarely though, I'll say really stupid things like this. If they don't make it out of the West and the Raptors get to the finals, I will go on either this show or whoever's show and say that Kawhi Leonard is overrated because I have too much evidence of it. New episodes drop every Friday with me and some of my good friends right here on the Knightline Sports Network.
And now, back to Knightline at Night on WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580. Call now at 844-580-9326.
All right, back on Knightline at Night. I'm Andrew Phegley, live from the Dever Team Studios, brought to you by Chad Barlaw. Going to finish this up with the Tijuana Flats hot take of the week. Let's get to that now. Welcome to the Tijuana Flats hot take of the week. Visit TijuanaFlats.com for takeout or delivery, or visit your local Tijuana Flats. Tex-Mex for everyone. All right, thank you very much to Tijuana Flats. Absolutely awesome, fresh Mexican food there. Go get your Tijuana Flats. Company started by a Knight, by the way, owned by a Knight. Let's start with you, Ben. What is your Tijuana Flats hot take of the week?
All right, I'm going to go a little outside the box here. We've been talking a lot about the schedule and the opening game and all that. I'm going to say October 22nd when Memphis comes to town, and that's a Friday night game at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. I'm going to say that is going to be a top 20 matchup. I think both teams, their early season schedule has some tough games, but also some winnable games that could getting that attention on a national scale. And I'm going to say Memphis is going to come in here as a top 20 team, and we are also going to be top 15 as well, I think, in that range. And that's going to be a huge game coming off the Cincinnati win, hopefully at Cincinnati.
Okay. All right. Roger, go ahead.
All right, so I've got a two-parter. For my Tijuana Flats hot take of the week, no matter what shirt he wears to the game, Chase will still be wearing his Boise Briefs to the Bronco beatdown at the Bounce House. And TMO will, our AD, TMO will announce a new facilities project by the end of the football season. Just had to get that in there for you, Chase.
How'd you know?
All right,
I have
Chase.
those?
Chase, quickly.
I mean, you go with yours first because yours is probably going to be more serious than mine.
Okay, well, Ben kind of stepped on mine a little bit. I was going to say, going into the Cincinnati game, which is the week before you, I was just saying going in Saturday, October 16th, going into the Cincinnati game, both teams would be undefeated.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say.
Now for my stupid one, because this isn't sports related, because I had this issue, and I feel like a UCF alumnus has the ability to fix this problem. Why is it that hand soaps have the pump end like a centimeter or two above the bottom? Because then I have to do like this weird adjustment thing. I was like, oh, you could just like put water in it. I'm not going to dilute it. That ruins the effectiveness. We need all the 100% antibacterial during this COVID time. Why is I have to try to do like some like slanted route on this? Like, no, like put the whole straw to touch the bottom of it. UCF alumnus, make a company, get a nice soap, sponsor Knightline at night, and also have the little pump touch all the way at the bottom. I'm tired of wasting soap
My
here.
goodness.
And it's going to be, we have the longest straws.
Exactly.
That's just, that's how you can take that to the next level.
Exactly. Thank you.
Straws
Someone
are
gets
longer
it.
At UCF.
Someone gets it.
Charge on, right?
Mm-hmm. Pump
okay,
on.
well, I mean,
Soap
I
on.
agree.
Don't waste soap.
Yes.
Don't waste soap. Use a longer straw.
Exactly.
We have longer straws at UCF.
Exactly.
That's
I'm glad
the easiest.
I'm so glad people you get this. You get this problem that I have.
There's problems, I think, with cavitation at the bottom of the thing. With
Oh, now we're getting too scientific.
If your straw is too long, there at the bottom of the anyway. But I mean, I'm not an engineer. There's lots of engineers at UCF, so hopefully somebody can figure this out.
Exactly.
Absolutely. This is the way to end the program.
Exactly.
The absolute way. All righty. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight. You'll hear us hopefully again next week. After this, I'm not sure. But have a good evening. We'll see you next week. Go Knights.
Charge on.
Charge on.